Banal, another luck. Takes it strong to the
You know, you have that feeling, Sidaf.
Linan. Pasok. The ball for Bacolod away from the third period here. Cañete. Paulo Castro, first time in the ball game kasama si Mark Pangilinan, Mike Mabulak as well, and Pangilinan jacks up the three. No good, and Dimas pipituhan ng foul as Mike Mabulak went up for that rebound.
Again, same play, same defense na nakita natin, same reaction pag nakatanggap yung tao sa gitna. Instead of challenging the high post player one-on-one, two guys defending up top, deciding to collapse, opening up the wingman in Pangilinan. It's just a matter of time when Bacoor hits their shots.
This is Gab Banal. Atake si Gab, binigay kay Cañete.
But at the same time, if you're Bacoor, you don't want to fall into that trap dahil there's a reason why sumusona itong Bacolod to force him to shoot outside. You gotta take it inside tulad ng ginawa ni Banal to Cañete.
39-35. Paulo Castro, binigay kay Mabulak. Dun sa ilalim kay Cañete again. Rebound, Kawilan.
Somehow Bacolod has to find a way to take away the high post. Masyadong maraming option pag nakakatanggap yung ibabaw nitong Bacoor.
Oh, Javelona from way out.
That's a push from Kawilan. Easy call to make. Natulak si Paulo Castro pasalubong dahil kakapasok lang niya itong quarter after not playing a single second of first half.
So two misses from beyond the arc. And we talked about this off the air kanina, Coach Christian.
Ano yan? Be careful.
That this was a Bacolod type of game. They force you into a sloppy game.
Right.
And sometimes you underestimate them probably because of their lineup. And all of a sudden, before you know it, lamang nga sila, they're in control and they're hitting their shots.
To put it into perspective, I think it's chaotically organized. I don't think this is something that we're in. Coach Vic Ecasano, the likes of him as a champion, will just run practice, just run to the three, bahala na kayo. There's a system to this. Even, you know, a coach like, let's say, a Mike D'Antoni, even though karamihan, mga 3 points na hinahanap nila from sistemado yun eh. Intentional yun. The only challenge is for that is obviously you gotta have shooters on the floor and you have to make the baskets.
So mababa nga lang ang percentage mo. As Gabanal on the bench right there. Montuano rather, as Banal hits the free throw. 2 for 2 for Gab. As Talio, nagbababa ng bola for Bacolod. Custodio. Javelona. Pau. And Gab now caught holding on to Pau Javelona.
Accepting the challenge was Javelona as Gabana slightly was challenging him also on the ISO off a switch. Bumalik na ulit itong si Castro kay Javelona.
Inbound. Talio. Now with Javelona against Castro. Javelona pulls up. Good jumper is short. Rebound ni Cañete. Castro playing the point now. Pangilinan. Pasok agad. Bacoor on top.
Always tough for the defender. Mark Talio papawiin. Si Mark Talio na sumalo kay Paulo Castro na tinatawag ng mga coaches mag-ball to ball. Siya na kumuha sa pumasa. Siya pang kukuha sa pinasahan. Mahirap yun para sa isang defender.
Let's watch the three-point shot of the game brought to you by Casino Active. And Mark Pangilinan knocking it down. Banal Into Santres, Mabulak inside. He draws the foul on Basalio.
How about the approach itong si Mike Mabulak, si Dev? Let's not forget, he's coming in to a situation wherein galing siya sa Laguna last season, double-double, maybe 15 points, 12 rebounds average, and then coming into this situation wherein he's going to sacrifice a lot of maybe minutes, a lot of touches, even options offensively, but still buying in dito sa team nila and still being aggressive off the ball on the glass.
And you gotta admire yun yan, no?
Ganda.
Those Kobe AD Exodus
Can't go wrong with the Kobe's.
pairs right there. Ganda pa ng kulay. At pabana yung free throw. Color of my favorite team in the NBA.
There you go.
Bacolod scoreless here in the third. Bacoor starting the third with an 8-0 run. Talio puts the move against Pangilinan. Bacoor doing well. Pabelona saves it only to Pangilinan. Cañete, no look pass, broken up. Talio is away. Castro giving chase.
Good foul. You'd rather give up the free throws rather than the easy two of what seems to be an open layup para kay Talio. Medyo bumagal siya nung huli. Ito, ang layo nung hinabol ni Castro.
Yep, it's a 2-on-1 break.
Especially if Talio at least misses 1 of 2. That's a good foul.
6 points, 4 rebounds for Mac Talio. And parang yung nangyari sa kanila dito ni Pau is that your turn, my turn sila eh. Sa
Right.
opensa ng Bacolod eh.
Right. And the dribble drive, offensive formation. Well, let's see though. So far, obviously, they've been having quite some success at it. Was up as much as 11 in the first half. The question is it sustainable?
Oo. Third quarter shooting, 2 of 5 ang Bacoor. Bacolod 0 for 5. 3 guards for Bacolod on the floor. Mabulak inside. And we have a wedgie. Ako, wala pa akong overtime games this season. But nakakarami na ako ng MPBL wedge. I had 3 or 4 of these. Itong season na to. 41 to 40. Sinabi ko na para ma-jinx. Para maaga tayo makawin. Talio. Working. Now with Basalio. Bacolod's offense. Going nowhere. Basalio jacks up the 3. Rebound ni Cañete.
Castro doing an excellent job defending off the ball kay Javelona.
Banal. Swings it over. Pangilinan for 3. Mainit ang kamay ni Mark Pangilinan. As Mark Pangilinan gives Bacoor a 4-point lead. Cañete with a rebound. Takbo ang Bacoor. Castro runs out of room. Binigay kay Gab. Banal. Another 3 for Bacoor. 47 to 40. The Strikers coming up with a third quarter onslaught here. Bacolod cannot find an answer. First, it was Mark Pangilinan who's been heating up here sa period na to, and now Paulo Castro finding the reigning MVP for the 3. Bacoor with a 7-point lead against Bacolod. Sa ating third period.
And even with momentum, nakita nyo yung intense look na pinapakita ni Cañete. Gusto niya magtuloy-tuloy itong momentum nila, pero si Jopper Custodio has other plans.
And Jopper Custodio, cool as ice. Off the timeout, pick and pop, 3-pointer.
Jopper Custodio, I was fortunate to be a teammate of his. Just the type of player na walang pakialam sa mundo. Kahit suntukin mo yan, Okay, lalaro at lalaro lang yan. Pero we talk about laro. He's a gamer. Mark Pangilinan doing what he does best. Shooting. Pang-apat na yan.
12 points for Mark Pangilinan. Havelona inside.
Telling Paulo Castro to get in the weight room.
Oh, and speaking of the weight room, Pao Havelona has been.
He's been in the, looks to be in the weight room a lot.
Oh,
Also Paulo Castro, compared to last season, coming off an injury, there's a handful of games. Pero bulked up din eh.
oh.
Paulo Castro, 15, 17 points per game for Parañaque last season. Again,
Pao Havelona, Coach Vicky Casciano right there. Havelona makes the second. Now, Bacolod putting pressure. Dito sa Bacoor. 3-point shooting. 49 attempts for both teams. 8 of 27 for Bacolod.
Pangilinan wide open all day.
Five of 9 from beyond the arc para kay Mark Pangilinan. 53-44. Pao Havelona inside. Bacolod staying within striking distance despite the bombs.
1-3-1.
In and out on that 3 ball. And Mabulak is fouled by Basalio. And you said it, Coach Christian, it will only be a matter of time before these 3-pointers will fall para dito sa Bacoor. But talk about Pao Havelona there.
He's been working really hard for his shots.
No.
Obviously a marked man after dropping 30 in their last game in a losing effort. But on the other hand, para sa Bacoor, they're just moving the ball. You know, etong Bacolod has stick to that zone. First it was the 2-3 in this quarter. In the last 2-3 possessions, has changed it up into a 1-3-1, but still finding the open shots. And even if you miss those open shots, you have the luxury of a Michael Mabulak who has 12 rebounds already, 4 of which coming from the offensive glass.
Castor is fouled. A push on Pangilinan. Referee Jake Castaverde right there on top of the play. Ito yung binibigay ng Bacolod kanina sa Bacoor. Unfortunately for the strikers, they were not falling yung mga tira.
Right.
But right now, binibigay pa rin ng Bacolod, pumapasok na.
And, you know, sometimes you can't cover everything. I don't blame Coach Vic Ekashana. Obviously, they're a small team, so he's relying on the ability of the smaller team to get out and challenge. The thing is, Bacoor is just doing a better job of finding that middle part of the zone. Kaya nag-adjust na rin itong si Coach Vic with the 1-3-1 to take out that high post option.
Castro in trouble, gives it up to Mabulak. Mabulak takes it strong to the rack.
Oh, did I mention also?
E.S. Santos all the way. And proving that he deserves those minutes.
Poor foul. It's going to be a walk for about 95 feet para kay Paulo Castro. Papunta sa free throw line.
You gotta like the fight being shown by Bacolod, but again, the quality of this Bacoor team on full display. The depth, the firepower, and the talent.
Meron na meron.
Castro makes the first free throw. Paulo Castro comes in, becomes a threat dito sa third period na to.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Bacoor finds its stride. Now leading by 8. Make that 9 after trailing by 6
You know,
at the half.
it seems to me, Sedef, that Coach Chris Gavina is unspokenly trying to send a message sa team niya. Anyone can shine at any given night. Yun kasi ang nangyayari. You know, Melencio has had his share of best player of the ball game. Cañete has had his share of, you know, shining in the bright lights. Cabanal, obviously a given. Even
Montuano.
Matthew Aquino,
Yeah, last
di
week.
ba?
Oo.
Who I believe had one game a double-double performance. Obviously, Michael Mabulak is also, their second best player. I think he's the second best player. Third is Cañete. So this is a loaded Bacoor striker team that can be a threat to anyone in the league.
No. We have a lull in the action here as there's some blood on Joper Custodio. Kailangan magpalit na tao ng Bacolod as Arvin Johnson is in. Another homegrown player. Right dito sa Bacolod. Galing Barangay Handumanan, Bacolod City. The two homegrown players on the floor for Johnson. The ES Santos. What about the three? Johnson now. Three ball. Pasok yan. Nice to see two homegrown players combining for that basket. And they cut the lead to 6.
Nice to see Johnson also ready, being ball ready, had his hands up and had his feet set. But Pangilinan, pinakita, kaya ko rin gawin yan. In fact, 6 na beses ko na ginagawa ngayong laro.
Incredible. Mark Pangilinan, just one of those games that the basket seems a bit bigger. Para dito kay Mark Pangilinan. Gabanal knew it.
Find a hot hand. Diba? Yun talaga eh.
Tumalikod na si Gabanal, signaling the three.
Right. I mean, alam ng mga players yan eh. All the players have that, feel for the game. Kung sino yung mainit, dun mo ibigay.
John Colina against Mabulak. Colina. There's a foul on Mabulak. And that will mean free throws para dito kay Colina. Kyrie Lubit is on the scene there. Dalawang players na ng Bacolod kailangan nila ilabas. ES Santos had to be subbed as well.
You have that feeling, Sidaflo, not only for Kay and also our other courtside reporters. Parang mas mabilis silang tumakbo sa atin, nakakahiya. If it boils down to a 100-meter sprint, feeling ko matatalo tayo eh. Hasatong mga to.
Oo. Well, of course, may mga kondisyon naman sa mga commentators like Martin Javier.
There you
Lagi.
Aga pa gumising yun dahil sa UKG.
Oo. Lagi ko nga nakikita dun eh. As Colina goes 1 for 2. 62 to 54 ang ating score. Banal.
Good
Pangilinan
pass.
again. Heat check.
Look at Montuano fight for the rebound by getting good position and getting the assist for Gabanal to get in the three-point party.
Incredible. 65 to 54. Talio. Tough shot. Mabulak. Nakakuha ng rebound. Paulo Castro. Quarterback.
Lalong-lalo na pag bine-breakdown niya yung depensa, no?
Pangilinan, Montuano. Mabulak. Moving without the basketball. Missing on that one. Talio. Spins. Blocked by Montuano. Mabulak is away. And he will lay it in. 13 points.